second. S. Berry umpiring over at third. Tomorrow, a scheduled off day for the Dodgers. Much needed, no question about it. And then back in harness, as we mentioned, the Padres come into Dodger Stadium on Friday night. And Clayton Kershaw will be on the mound against San Diego. So Friday night, we'll join you at 6 o'clock with the Bronco Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 7:10. Happy to have you with us. Ball game to win tonight for the Dodgers against the Angels. And with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you, Moss. Shohei Ohtani stepping in from the left side. His first at bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. 284 average, leads the National League with 43 home runs. He's homered in 4 straight. Hendricks' pitch is just outside ball one, and we're underway at 6:39 in the evening. 74 degrees the game time temp. Brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1 ball, no strike count as Ohtani looks at ball 2, a little bit low and outside. As far as Hendricks is concerned, 23rd start, and in 116 and 2/3 innings, he's given up 19 home runs on the season. He winds, and the right-hander sends a 2-0 home. That's in for a strike. And Hendricks grew up right here in Orange County. His dad, John, a golf pro, but also worked in the Angels ticket office when the Angels drafted Hendricks out of high school here. And Ohtani takes strike 2. Pitch looked to be inside. And the count goes 2-2.
Hendricks is not a guy that throws hard, not by modern-day standards. He's thrown 85 and 86 so far, but he has an excellent changeup.
2 ball, 2 strike pitch from Hendricks to Ohtani. The kick, the deal. And Shohei hits it off the end of the bat, foul, third base side.
And that is the changeup right there. And Ohtani was out in front, cued it right off the end of the bat.
Hendricks, long time with the Cubs. Originally drafted by the Rangers in the 8th round out of Dartmouth in Hanover, New Hampshire. 2-2. Swung on a rope down the right field line. He clobbered it to the corner. Ohtani around first. He is going to rumble to second base, and he's not going to stop. He's on his way to third. Here comes the relay. It's late. It's a leadoff triple for Shohei Ohtani.
And this is only on the hitting side. We have yet to see him on the pitching side tonight. Well, they got a changeup, and he changed things up in a hurry. And the Dodgers desperately needing to get out in front and have a feel-good moment. Runner at third, nobody out. And this is just the second batter in the ballgame coming up.
That is his 8th triple of the season. And Mookie Betts comes up with the infield drawn in without an out in the ballgame. Here's the pitch. And Mookie takes a strike. Mookie has hit in 7 straight. Ohtani now has hit in a 12 straight. 12-game hitting streak for Ohtani. Stretched by Hendricks in the pitch. That's inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, during Mookie's 7-game hitting streak, he's hitting .400. It's 12 out of 30. Dodgers knocking on the door early. Mookie hits it on the ground through the whole left side, a base hit. An RBI single as Ohtani trots in to score, and it's 1-0 Dodgers.
Well, sometimes games look really easy. 2 batters in, Dodgers leading at 1-0. And again, they know full well, Padres, who are into Dodger Stadium Friday night, have already won their ball game in San Francisco against the Giants.
Freddie Freeman, another Orange County product, standing in. Freddie second behind Will Smith. Smith hitting .312. Freeman .304. Pitch inside to Freeman. Ohtani's leadoff triple set the table. And Mookie drove him in. 54th run batted in for Mookie. Freeman, 14 homers, 66 runs batted in. Hendricks stretching. And the pitch. In there for a called strike. Threw him a sinker on the inner half.
Looked like Betts is trying to time getting a jump also, as Hendricks came out of the stretch position, delivered that pitch.
Throw to first base, and Mookie dives back safely. So the Angels on the same page.
Well, Hendricks calls his own pitches. He has that PitchCom device on the thumb side of his glove.
1-1 to Freeman. Pitch out. Wow, there's something you don't see all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The Angels really are convinced that Mookie's going to be running.
Well, for Hendricks takes a considerable period of time coming out of that stretch position. So, Bentz again, and that second pitch looked like he was trying to time it, see if he takes off.
2-1 the count. Pitch to Freeman. He swings. It's a high fly ball, playable over toward left center field. Teodosio, the center fielder, makes the catch, and that's the first out of the ball game. And Betts goes back to first base. Now Will Smith a chance. When the lineup originally came out, Smith was hitting second in the order. Betts was going to be off tonight. But Muncy, sore right side. We'll get that checked out. And Muncy off tonight as a result. Will waits from the right side, pitches inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hendricks started him with a four-seamer. Now, Hendricks will not overpower you with the fastball. I mean, he's mid to upper 80s with his fastball. And a changeup that's much slower off of that. And now he'll deal one over the plate for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Hifo, the second baseman, shading the bag. Left side of the infield deep. Moncada near the line at third for Will Smith. Betts leads at first. Stretcha in the pitch home, and that's low and away. Tried the changeup and missed off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Smith with 14 home runs. And he's driven in 51. 1 out, 1 on. Pitch outside to him, and he gets ahead 3-1. By the way, the triple for Ohtani, as I mentioned, his 8th. He is still 3rd in the National League in triples. Corbin Carroll of Arizona leads the way with 14, and Jung-Hoo Lee of the Giants with 9. And Smith drives one deep to left field. That's down the line. That's gone. It's a 2-run homer. Well, there's a will, there's a way, and the Dodgers have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Home run number 15 for Will Smith.
Hendricks, number 20, he is served up. The Dodgers coming out a little angry tonight in the first inning. Daniel's Jewelers, by the way, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. So we encourage you to visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
1 out, bases clear for Teoscar Hernandez. And back to the windup for Hendricks, who deals inside ball 1. Well, Will got a pitch right in the kitchen, didn't he? And he just turned on it and crushed it.
Right in the middle of the kitchen.
Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Teoscar looks at a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez at .256, 18 home runs. He's driven in 71. Had 2 hits and 2 runs batted in last night. Pitch to Hernandez. He waves and misses at a changeup. 1-2. And the Dodgers score first this year. They are 41-14. And the 1-2. Hernandez swings, fouls it back to the screen. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Well, this is a sold-out house tonight. Many fans still making their way in. And as they come through the gates and get into the stadium part, they look up. It's already 3-0. And a shot foul into the netting above the Dodger dugout on the first base side.
Well, the nightly traffic report, if you're southbound on 57, going to make the off-ramp on Orangewood to come to the stadium. Take your time. Backed up a little bit, but it's moving.
1-2 pitch. That's low. I'd like to hear you doing over the 110, 105, and the 405 and how they're doing.
Oh, the people are backed up. With any luck, by the time they get into the stadium, it would be 6-0.
2-2 pitch. And Teoscar watches it sail outside. A sinker. 3-2. Full count to Teoscar. Andy Pages on deck. Teoscar, a .303 career hitter against the Angels. He swings and loops one into left center field. That'll get down for a hit. He reached for a pitch on the outer half, a changeup, and got enough on it to pull it to the left side, and a bloop single for Teoscar. Fourth hit of the inning for the Dodgers. Here comes Barry Enright, the Angels pitching coach. As Hendricks has only recorded one out, the Dodgers have 3 runs in on 4 hits. A triple to lead off the game for Ohtani. And a 2-run homer by Will Smith. Going back to the triple, though, Mo, you could see it as Ohtani rounded first. He looked at where the ball was in the right field corner, and then he shifted to another gear entirely.
Well, he understands this stadium as well and how the ball bounces off the wall as it goes down the line. But that play in front of you, not only the 90 feet down the first base line, but then you make that turn and you see where the baseball is in relationship to the fielder. And then how far that throw has to be on the double cutoff in order to get the ball to third base.
Andy Pages, 7-game hitting streak. He takes strike 1. Hendricks down to the sinker on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 3 in. Stretching at the belt is Hendricks. He throws. There's a little ground ball to first. Shonowell throws to second. They'll get the force out there. No return throw to first. So 3-4. And Hefo was close to the bag over there, so he covered 3-4 in the putout at second. And Pages is aboard with 2 outs, and Alex Call the batter. Alex Call getting the start in left field tonight. Michael Conforto had a rough night at the plate last night, so he was watching, standing next to Dave Roberts in the dugout, and they're discussing the ball game as it goes along. Throw to first, and stepping back standing is Pages. Call hitting .262. And he'll look at a pitch on the inside edge for a strike. He had 3 home runs with the Washington Nationals, drove in 26 runs, hit 10 doubles. Pretty good defensive outfielder in the pitch. He takes another one inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Call. 2 men out, top of the first. Dodgers with a 3-0 lead. And Ohtani will be the starting pitcher. Pitch inside to Call. It'll be the first time for Ohtani pitching against the Angels, his former team. But he's got quite a pitching history in this ballpark. Now a 2-1 to Call. He'll look at it as it goes way outside, and the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe, almost had to dive to his right to stop it. 3-1 to Call. Crowd still buzzing at the big start of the Dodgers here in the top of the first. When you look around the stands here, it is blue and red. I mean, it's fans of both teams are crowded in here. 3-1 pitch inside corner for strike 2 taken. A fastball at 85. And Pages will be running with this pitch. This will be the 34th pitch of the inning for Kyle Hendricks. There goes Pages, and the pitch is low and away. Ball 4, and Call draws the 2-out walk. The Dodgers with 2 on, 2 out for Alex Freeland. Freeland moved over to play third base tonight, initially in the lineup at second. And in AAA with Oklahoma City, he had played a lot of third base and shortstop. playing more on the left side of the infield than the right. And a switch hitter, about left-handed against the right-hander, Kyle Hendricks. Pitch on the way, and it's outside, ball one. But Hendricks just cannot find the plate.
No, and normally, it was said on the pregame show, he throws about 70% coming into tonight, 70% first pitch strikes. Not anywhere close to that here in the opening frame.
1-0 pitch. And Freeland looks at a changeup for a strike called by home plate umpire C.B. Buckner, the veteran up. One pitch from Hendricks. And there's action behind Hendricks in the bullpen now. Ryan Zefferjon started to warm up. Right-hander. As Hendricks is approaching 40 pitches. He's at 37. This will be 38. 2-1 delivery. Waved at and missed. Another changeup. Makes it 2-2 to Alex Freeland with Miguel Rojas on deck. Two on, two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Freeland. He looks at it low, and it's 3-2. Boy, Hendricks really struggling here. Dodgers hoping to take advantage a little more if they can. Runners will take off with this pitch. And the payoff. Runners go. It's strike 3 call, the fastball that caught the outside corner. And C.B. Buckner rings up strike 3 on Freeland. Dodgers pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2. No Angels errors. Shohei Ohtani coming out to pitch in the bottom of the first inning. The Dodgers leading 3-0. Got the best ERA of any pitcher in this stadium, 2.22. And he delivers a strike to Neto. That's how it starts for Ohtani. Against the Cardinals, no decision last time out. And he continues to get swings and misses. And the pitch is outside. Went with a sweeper and missed. In fact, his last outing against the Cardinals, he had 14 swings and misses in that game. Season high. Here's the wind, the 1-1 to Neto. There's a weak swing and a miss at a sweeper. Neto was not sure, but he couldn't stop his swing, and Ohtani gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ohtani winds, kicks, fires. It's outside and low. Went back to the sweeper.
That's 3 in a row. Don't have to worry about the pitch clock violation with Ohtani. He gets the baseball and he's ready to throw it.
And he is ready to go again. Neto with a 2-2 count. Here's the kick to deal. And a fastball up and away at 98. His final start as a pitcher with the Angels came almost 2 years ago, August 23rd, 2023, and that was when he got hurt. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's how it begins. Got him with the sweeper. 1 down for the Angels in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, it's amazing. You talk about, the transition and the variance in speeds. First pitch was a fastball was at 94. Then the next fastball is after 3 curveballs in a row is at 98.
He winds and deals to the left-handed hitting Nolan Shonowell. Throws a sweeper, low ball 1. So far this season, he has struck out 26 of the 78 batters he's faced. That's about 33%. 1/3 of the batters he's faced, he's struck out. Shonowell locked up on a fastball inside. He couldn't stop the swing.
And that was at 98 with movement low and in.
1 ball and 1 strike to Nolan Shonowell. Ohtani winds, the 1-1. That is low. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again is named CHLA, the #1 hospital in California. CHLA.com to learn more. Ground ball to second. To his right is Rojas. He backhands, throws on to first in time to get Shonowell 2 down.
97 in on the hand, seriously jammed. And that ball had some spin. That was an inside-out swing. And Rojas getting his start at second base now had to alter his range and direction to get the baseball.
People have been looking forward to this at bat right here. Mike Trout, former teammate of Ohtani. First time they faced one another in a major league game. And Shohei snaps a strike in there at 98. They faced each other 1 time before. It was in the 9th inning of the last World Baseball Classic. And Ohtani struck out Trout to end the game and give Japan the title. Fastball missing, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Ohtani steps back, turns, delivers. Swung on and missed. The fastball by him at 99. 1-2 the count. I mean, that caught plenty of plate. It was down the middle. Here's the 1-2 to Trout. A little bit low, below the knees. 2-2. After Ohtani had Trout in a 3-2 count at the end of the World Baseball Classic. Struck him out, and Japan would win the game 3-2. 2-2 pitch. Fastball. Called a ball. It was on the outer, maybe outside a little. Maybe not. But it's a 3-2 count. Another full count from Ohtani to Trout. And he struck him out looking with a sweeper. Oh, he kept pounding the fastball one after the other. And he saved the sweeper to strike him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Side retired in order. We go to the second in Anaheim. It's the Dodgers 3, Angels nothing. The guy. It is impressive. And it's not like we haven't seen it before. It just is more impressive every time. There's a line drive slicing to right field as Rojas fillets one to right, and he's got himself a leadoff single. And here comes Ohtani. With the run that Ohtani scored, he's got 115 to lead Major League Baseball, far and away the leader. 43 home runs. He's on pace for 58 homers and 154 runs scored. Hendricks out of the stretch delivers. And the pitch called a strike. The last player with 50 or more homers and 150 or more runs in a season, think about it, you'll never get it. Only one other guy, Jimmy Fox of the 1932 Philadelphia A's. Ohtani swings and flies one foul out of plate on the third base side. Top of the second brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. 2 strikes on Ohtani. Batting for the second time tonight here in the top of the second inning. 0-2 pitch from Hendricks with Rojas aboard. And Ohtani looks at one off the plate outside. Ohtani tried to frame it.
And Ohtani did not expand the strike zone either.
Well, it's a fastball outside. Now a 1-2 to Ohtani. And the target was set outside. It was a changeup low. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rojas gets into his lead at first base. Mookie Betts on deck. Neto, the shortstop, up the middle for the Angels. Pitch. Swung out and missed. He chased the changeup.
And what would have been ball 3. That was well off the plate outside.
Ohtani strikes out before Betts hits. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the World Champion.
He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He's also scored. 1 out, 1 on. Entire right side of the infield open for Mookie if he wants to go that way. There's a pitch inside. Snap throw down to first base, and back standing is Rojas.
That's what I find a little strange. Teodosio, the center fielder, can absolutely fly. We've seen him run. He did not move at all. He's playing in the same exact spot defensively for Mookie Betts as he was Ohtani.
1-0. That's ripped on the line to Moncada at third. He makes the catch, and on the run throws to first base. However, Rojas is able to dive back safely. 2 down.
Whatever the adjustment was that Hendricks made after the top of the first inning, he's come off here in the second throwing strikes.
Freddie Freeman 0 for 1. He flied to center field in the first. And something happening down at first. Rojas might be experiencing some discomfort.
He was well off the bag and realized, okay, fine, the ball was caught, and then he made kind of a hard landing, diving back into the first base bag.
Yeah, he's got his helmet off. He's got his hands on his knees. Dave Roberts is out there with him. Trainer Thomas Albert out there with him.
Yeah, that wasn't just a dive. That was more of a crash landing.
He seems to be okay. So he will put his helmet back on, step on first, and remain in the ball game. If he was not able to continue, the Dodgers don't have another infielder available. They'd have to get a little creative. Rojas leads at first now, and Freddie Freeman awaits the pitch. Here it comes. Outside ball 1. Moncada way off the line at short, standing at the shortstop position. Outfield basically straight up. Fairly deep in right is Joe Adell. Pitch to Freeman. He belts it to center field, but right at Teodosio. Makes the head-high catch on a line drive. Dodgers come up empty. They get a hit and leave a man. And after an inning and a half,
introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show.
8 homers, 89 runs batted in. Second in the American League in RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Outside corner called a strike. 1-1.
Ward has that early pickup of that front left foot. Starts at the slightly open stance. He picks up that foot and then just drifts forward.
1-1, missing inside, not by much.
And by drifting forward, I'm talking about if you look at his helmet, where his head is to begin with. You're standing on the left-handed side of the plate. His head's moving forward about 2 feet.
2-1, and Ward hits the ball high in the air to right center field deep. This one heading back toward the wall. It is off the wall, and that is going to be over the line and off the scoreboard for a home run. Taylor Ward with his 29th homer. It's now 3-1.
Ward's showing he's got some power, and it doesn't matter if he pulls the ball or goes the opposite way.
It's the second home run allowed this season from Shohei Ohtani. Minnesota's Byron Buxton has the other. And it hit the right field scoreboard just above the yellow home run indicator. It runs across the top of the green padded wall. Switch hitting third baseman Yoan Moncada swings and misses at the first offering, and it's 0-1. We talked about it the other night several years ago. You used to have to hit it over the scoreboard, but they changed it here. And now it just has to be hit off of the scoreboard.
Well, it stops some arguments because there were some people that were leaning over, and were they interfering with the ball in play, or was it over the fence? Well, they've eliminated that possibility.
1-1. Moncada drives it to the gap in left center field. That's going to get past Alex Call and roll to the wall. Moncada around first and jogging into second. He'll settle for a double. And the Angels with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. 2 consecutive extra base hits off of Ohtani.
Well, it's been a good week for Yoan Moncada. I mentioned the other night, Monday night. It was a week ago today that he got the results of his test as he became an American citizen.
There's Joe Adell. Right fielder waves and misses at a high fastball. Adell got the walk-off hit last night, a high chopper to third that took a leap way over the head of Max Muncy. He had no play on it. It was just hitting his direction. Third career walk-off hit for Adell, second of the season. He swings, hits a high fly ball deep to right center, but playable. Andy Pages camping out behind it. He'll make the catch. Moncada tagging, and he beats a one-hop throw to third.
And Ohtani very alertly over, backing up the throw at third base. Good throw also by Pages, kind of showing off a very strong arm.
And Hefo coming to the plate.
Yeah, the Dodgers are making an appeal at second base, but the third base umpire, Scott Barry, says, look, you have to put the ball officially into play. And there's 2 baseballs on the field at the same time. And by putting it into play, Ohtani's got to go on the mound, come to set position, then back off and make the throw to second if they're going to appeal. It does not appear that they will.
Ohtani talking to C.B. Buckner, and he's saying, look, I'm coming to a full stop. He may have been talked to about that. And determining which windup he's going to take with a runner at third. He goes to the full windup. And the pitch to Rengifo. Into the hands, he swings and fouls it back, 0-1. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma. with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. 3-1, Dodgers in front. Runner at third, one out. Ohtani the wind in the pitch, and Rengifo takes a high fastball at 100. Now, Ohtani will put his glove up to his left ear, and he'll just kind of cup it up there so he can listen to the pitch comm instruction from Will Smith. 1-1 pitch. Check swing by Rengifo on a slider low. 2-1. Dodgers are playing the infield for the out. Up 2 runs here in the second inning. So they'll concede the run here. They'll trade the out for it. Pitch to Rengifo. He'll swing and hit a high fly ball to medium depth right field. Teoscar Hernandez with the catch. Now he'll throw to the plate. Here comes the runner. And the throw off the line to the right. And Moncada slides in ahead of the tag and scores. It's 3-2. Sacrifice fly by Rengifo.
Yeah, Moncada was going to score regardless, even if the throw is just right on the money. Moncada runs much better than I think people figure that he might.
Base is empty, 2 down. Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher, up. Angels with a home run, a double.
Quite frankly, they've hit the ball well in this inning. We've not seen that often against Ohtani.
O'Hoppe slices one to the right field corner. Long run for Teoscar. He makes the catch. Teoscar Hernandez in a dead sprint toward the chalk line. Grabs it for out number 3. 2 runs, 2 hits.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the
His first time up tonight. 15th home run of the season. Will standing in the pitch. And it's up high, ball 1. One and 0 to Will Smith. The wind, the pitch from Hendricks. Strike called outside corner. And it's 1-1. Rengifo, the second baseman, playing up the middle. Left side playing Will DePaul. And off the line, just behind the bag at first is Shawanoa. Pitch. And he lets it go for a strike call, a changeup. Now, Hendricks originally drafted out of high school by the Angels, but he had a chance for an Ivy League education, went to Dartmouth, excelled there, and went back in the draft, and the Rangers grabbed him. Pitch outside low. And while at Dartmouth, the name of the baseball field at Dartmouth is Red Rolfe Field, named after former Yankee great, four-time All-Star with the Yankees in the 30s and 40s, who also went to Dartmouth, a New Hampshire native. Will hits a high drive to left toward the corner. Ball is carrying near the wall, and at the warning track, Ward makes the catch right in front of the short wall, in front of the 347 mark, and Will with a long fly ball out.
Well, a big weekend coming up. Padres coming in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's also you can join MLB and the Dodgers celebrating Players Weekend, as the players will bring your stories to life through personalized bats, cleats, and a whole lot more. So a big weekend indeed. You can check it out, MLB.com/Players Weekend.
Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 1. He takes a strike. No balls and a strike to Teoscar. 2 hits in last night's game, 2 RBIs as well. He'll swing and foul it off to the right now to play, and it's 0-2. Just a reminder, Dodger fans, listen to the game and have your favorite food delivered with Uber Eats. Just open the app, order from a local spot, and enjoy every moment of the action. 0-2 pitch from Hendricks. He swings and fouls it back. Well, Hendricks started his career in the Rangers organization, was eventually moved to the Cubs while in the minor leagues, and then ended up staying in the Cub rotation once he broke in for a number of years. He chased the changeup outside, swing and a miss, and Teoscar out on strikes. 3rd strikeout on the changeup from Kyle Hendricks.
The Dodgers find themselves in a very awkward spot. First of all, they know that the Padres won, so technically half game behind San Diego. The Dodgers, the first time the Dodgers have not been in first place since Friday the 13th of June.
Pitch to Andy Pages outside.
But there's a reason for it. The Padres have been playing incredible baseball, including today. They're now 23-12 since the 3rd of July.
Check swing foul behind him.
And Tim, that's a significant date because that's when the Dodgers had a 9-game lead in the Western Division. 3rd of July. Well, San Diego's gone now 23-12. The Dodgers in that same stretch, 12-20.
The overhead wind, the kick and the pitch, and Pages rolls one slowly to third, one-handed by Moncada. He makes a leaping throw to first. And the Dodgers done in order in the top half of the 3rd inning.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term.
past him for strike one.
Ball hit to you, whether it be infield or outfield, get rid of it and hurry. This guy can run.
0-1 pitch, swinging a foul back. He can. He has demonstrated that he can fly on the bases.
You know, he's one of those runners also, Ken, that will, at some point in time during his career, he's going to force some mistakes of infielders that knows that he can run, and they're going to rush throws, rush plays.
0-2, swing and a miss with a sweeper. He struck him out on 3 pitches. Third strikeout of the game for Ohtani, and all 3 have come on the sweeper.
And that's the way you combat speed. Don't let him hit the ball.
Don't let him get on. Now Zach Neto struck out to start the Angel first. Shortstop. Big wide stance in the batter's box. Looks out at Ohtani. The pitch outside and low. Ohtani listens for the button to be pressed and what comes afterward. And now gets into his wind and delivers a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Zach Neto. And Ohtani tonight pitching like he's double parked. He is in a hurry. 1-1. Ball is swung on, popped up. Left side of the infield. Mookie Betts, couple of feet in the outfield grass. He'll backpedal, make the catch. And that's 2 outs. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Now 2 away, and Ohtani fires just outside to the left-handed hitting first baseman, Nolan Shawnewell. Ohtani kicks and deals the 1-0. This is high. He falls behind 2-0. And this is the 48th start at Angel Stadium for Ohtani. His record in this park, 21-8. Shawnewell takes a fastball strike down the middle. He's got the best ERA of any pitcher here, just ahead of Nolan Ryan, 2.22. 2-1 pitch, swinging a foul straight back. In fact, coming into the game tonight, he pitched 276 innings here and had struck out 358. Far more strikeouts than innings pitched. That's just utter dominance. Again, making his first start here since August 23rd of 2023. 2-2. Shawnewell cracks one foul down the first base line, just past first base coach Eric Young Sr. Eric Young, the one thing I think about for him, he was the first Colorado Rocky to ever hit a home run. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a foul back off to the left. I say it was against the Mets when they had their very first game on the road. A little while ago. Ohtani steps back, kicks, and fires. That fastball late on the swing with Shawnewell. He hit it into his own dugout. Now, Jerry Narron, one of the coaches, last night got hit with a foul ball in the head. And that one almost hit acting manager Ray Montgomery. Here's a 2-2 from Ohtani to Shawnewell. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Pulled the string on him with a slow sweeper. And Ohtani has struck out his 4th man. He retires the side in order in the bottom of the...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go.
Fastball down the middle, cut on and missed.
Hendricks a different guy. The first inning, 40 pitches. The next 2 innings, he averages 13 pitches in the second and the third.
He kicks and sends a pitch home. It's swung on, fouled back by Call. Call walked his first time up in the first inning. Was left on base there. Well, the game started with a Shohei Ohtani triple. Mookie Betts drove him in. On the second batter of the game, the infield was played in by the Angels. You don't see that a lot.
No.
And then Will Smith, a 2-run homer 2 batters later. Pitch to Call. Swings and fouls it back to the screen. Just got enough of it. Well, you look at where the standings sit right now, and the Padres have been playing very, very good baseball. And they are where they are, and the Dodgers are where they are right now, but doesn't mean much right now. They still have to win ball games, the Dodgers do. Call fouls it off to the right. And when the Dodgers and Padres get together Friday night, that's where much of the focus of the baseball world's going to be. If you're out east, it'll be a late night affair, but folks out west, you know what time the game is. You can tune into it right here. They'll play each other 6 times out of 10 next week. 1-2, swing and a foul back. Still 1-2 to Alex Call.
Just watching Ohapi, the catcher, he does not set up the same way 2 pitches in a row sometimes. And it's not just, one way for a fastball, another way for a changeup.
And now he's on his right knee. A pitch swung on, fouled back. I did notice, too, earlier with, I think Betts was up, he had his left foot behind Mookie's foot.
Yeah, his left foot stretched out, but he's done that on both fastballs and on changeups. I've been watching, trying to figure out, is there a sequence? And now he's on his right knee outside part of the plate.
1-2. And Call chops one toward third. This will be a tough play. Moncada bare hands throws, and Call is safe. Shawno had to come off the bag to make the catch, and he actually dropped the ball, but Call would have been safe anyway, and it's an infield single to lead off the 4th.
And that was the changeup.
And we really got a good demonstration of the foot speed of Alex Call down to first base. He can run really well. And nobody out. Alex Freeland up. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Struck out looking on a fastball in the first inning. Pitch to Freeland is low and inside. Moncada, even with the bag off the line, front of his feet, touching the infield grass once he steps toward the plate on the pitch. Neto playing up the middle. Pitch to Freeland, the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. When you look at Hendricks advancing the ball to the plate on the changeup, it almost looks like he's, throwing a hand grenade. He doesn't reach back much, and he throws the sinker up high. He's
not real quick to the plate either, as far as the time. So runners might be able to take a little bit of an advantage.
3-0 to Freeland. And he takes a pitch outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. And the Dodgers have set up shop first and second and nobody out. Miguel Rojas coming up. Now, last night this had happened in an inning, but Rojas was part of the formula on base when Ohtani came up. And he hit into the triple play, started by Neto. Neto got the first 2 outs. And Neto, after the game, had said he had never seen one in person before. And yet here he was, responsible for 2/3 of the triple play last night. And Rojas looks to bunt. He pops it up. Foul ground. It is going to fall in for a foul ball. Boy, he got lucky. Ohapi with a head-first dive near the Angels on deck circle.
Well, I know that was a triple play, but it was also another instance where the Dodgers did not really run the bases alertly. Time and time and time again, base coaches will tell you with less than 2 outs, watch out for the line drive. Well, that was not the case at first base with Dalton rushing, who was the 3rd out, and he was an easy out at first base.
Ohtani on deck, nobody out, 0-1 to Rojas. Runners lead first and second. And Rojas bangs it foul off the top of the Angel dugout.
And here's that spot. You say, hey, look, watch out for the line drive. Make the ball, make sure it's over an infielder's head before you take off. Do not want to get doubled up.
Rojas singled to right his first time up. 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a ball low. Fastball at 86. Might be pushing 87 on that. Call off of second. Freeland off of first. Pitch to Rojas. That's outside.
Angels bullpen up again, as they were in the first inning.
Zephyr up for the second time in the game. 2-2 to Rojas. And he swings and strikes out at the changeup. The changeup a little bit off the plate. Outside. Rojas now 1 for 2. And with 1 out and 2 on, Shohei Ohtani coming up. Ohtani's hit in a dozen straight. Leadoff triple and a run scored in the first. He struck out chasing a changeup in the second. So no reason to think he's not going to see a changeup or 2 here from Hendricks. 3-2. Dodgers leading. Top of the 4th inning. Looking to add on. Pitch. And Shohei takes inside corner. Strike 1. Well, the ball that Shohei hit last night off of Kenley Jansen when he just absolutely obliterated the cutter, hit it into the right field corner for a home run. Pitch is low. I mean, he went up there and just tomahawked it out.
Yeah, it's still in orbit, isn't it? Every 90 minutes it's circling the globe.
Yep. It just passed by the International Space Station. 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike to Ohtani.
Well, outfield to say it's deep is an understatement.
First and second, 1 out. Dodgers up a run here in the 4th. Pitch to Ohtani. And he takes up and away. 3-1 as Hendricks falls behind him. Ohtani, little room to play with. Should see a good pitch here, 3-1. As Mo pointed out earlier, Hendricks calling his pitches himself. And they pitch a strike called a changeup. Looked like it might have been a little bit toward the outer half. That's a knee-high outside corner strike after looking at it on video. It's a good pitch.
You can't walk it to home plate and place it in the strike zone any better for a pitcher than that.
A pitcher's pitch from Kyle Hendricks. 3-2 with 1 out. Here's the payoff. It's up high, ball 4, and the bases are full of Dodgers for Mookie Betts. Zephyr ready in the pen. That's going to do it for Hendricks. He will not get a chance to face Betts. as the Angels will go to Ryan Zefferjon. We got a pitching change timeout. Kyle Hendricks chased here in the fourth inning. 1 out, 3 on. The score, the Dodgers 3, Angels 2.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico.
It in.
And for Betts, this is a spot he's comfortable in his career. 319 with bases loaded with 6 career grand slams.
And this year, 333. He's 3 for 9 with the bases loaded. 8 RBIs in 9 at-bats with the bases jammed. Well, Zefferjon with 1 out and 3 on the pitch. And he whistles a strike in there. Started him off with a fastball at 96. So a much different look now from Hendricks, who could probably top out about 86 on the fastball. 0-1 to Mookie. He swings, fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-2. What's that like when you go from one pitcher to another and there's that stark of a difference in the fastball?
You better tell yourself, hey, look, get ready. It's going to get on you much more rapidly. But I think the other part, too, is you don't have to stay back and say, hey, look, the changeup is a big weapon.
0-2. Mookie lines it to right field, a base hit. Call's going to come in to score. And the Dodgers lead it 4-2. Joe Adell quickly retrieved the baseball. Betts with 2 hits and 2 runs batted into the ball game.
We just continue to see better swings from Mookie Betts. And a chance here in the 4th inning to really kind of bust it open. But normally we talk about hitters at the major league level. They can catch up to the fastball. It's the off-speed pitches at times that give people trouble.
Big spot for Freddie Freeman. 333 with the bases loaded this year. And the first pitch to Freddie. Swung on and missed. Started him with a cutter. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Dodgers. Zefferjon's next offer is a fastball up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Dodgers in the first 2 games did not do particularly well in this spot. Just 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. 2 hits already tonight.
1-1 to Freeman. He swings and fouls it back off to our left.
So Betts, career 319 hitter. Bases loaded. Well, for Freeman, a career 349 hitter with 7 grand slams.
1-2 pitch coming from Ryan Zefferjon to Freddie Freeman. And here it comes. And Freddie chases the slider outside and strikes out. That pitch was well off the plate. Freddie expanded the zone. Enfrentan gets the K. Now Will Smith coming up to try to do some damage with 2 outs and the bases full. Smith is 2 for 6 with the bases loaded this year. And the pitch to him. He swings. He bounces one wide of third, foul.
That's something we don't see a whole lot of, and that's for Freddie Freeman in particular, with runners on base in scoring position. Go outside the strike zone.
Freeland at third, Ohtani at second, Betts at first. 2 down, the 0-1 from Enfrentan. And that is low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Enfrentan ready on top of the hill. The tall right-hander set to go. His 1-1 pitch. And Will takes it low.
3 guys in a row that have handled bases loaded. So Betts was at 319. Freeman 349. And for Will Smith says, hey, I'll raise my hand too. 329 career.
2-1 pitch. Way inside. And it's now 3-1 to Smith. So Will can be a little finicky on this 3-1 if he wants. Enfrentan goes into the stretch. He is set at the belt. Right-hander kicks, fires, and it's outside, goes to the backstop. Freeman's going to score anyway. And the Dodgers now have a 5-2 lead as the walk to Will Smith pushes the run home. 3rd RBI in the game for Will.
Yeah, especially with bases loaded. I've explained it in the past that especially a 3-1 count or 3-0 count, the mindset for a hitter, it's like going into the grocery store. Say you're looking for apples. You pick one up, you look at it. Nope, I don't like that one. Nope, I don't like that one. That's the mindset of a hitter when you're way ahead in the count, and especially with runners on base.
How do you like them apples? The pitch outside to Teoscar. Well, that's a good comparison, though.
Well, if we do it with, selecting fruit and vegetables, why don't you do it at home plate?
Now, there's a good question. 1-0 pitch, that's up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. And Barry Enright calls time. I mean, he was out of the dugout almost immediately after that pitch was released by Enfrentan. And this mound visit is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Including Teoscar Hernandez, who said, hey, you mentioned the other 3 guys' career bases loaded. Teo has 7 career grand slams.
This year, he is only 2 for 13 with the bases full, so you'd figure maybe he's due for a hit here.
The entire infield was in that conversation. I remember the first conversation I was in playing first base, first time ever in a major league game. Conversation on the mound, here comes the pitching coach out, and I was so disappointed. I went, that's it?
All those years in the outfield, you watched
all those years,
the
wondered what was being said. Okay, hey, the plate's 17 inches wide. Is it tall? That's it.
2 ball, no strike pitch to Teoscar. He'll take a healthy cut at a sweeper and miss. 2-1.
See, he did not choose the right apple.
One had a bruise on it. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, bases full. Enfrentan throws, and Teoscar waves at a cutter outside.
And that apple had 2 bruises.
So it's 2-2 to Teoscar Hernandez. Tigers have a chance to really open this game up. They built a 3-run lead for the second time in the game. And now the 2-2 on the way. And Teoscar looks at it low and away.
Yep. You just want to make sure you do not select the apple here that has a worm in it.
Ohtani at third, Betts at second, Smith at first. Full count, runners will go. And the pitch swung out and fouled back. That's up into the seats over by the writer's press, well off to our right. We're at Angels Stadium. A nice night here in the mid-70s. 3-2 pitch, and Teoscar swings and strikes out at a fastball inside. Teoscar leaves him loaded, but the Dodgers do pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Dodgers.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball.
Bottom of the 4th inning. 5-2 Dodgers in front. They're in the 3rd and final game of this Freeway Series. And the Padres winning earlier today 11-1 in a real nail-biter in San Francisco. And they're now 69-52. And they will head to Los Angeles and wait for the Dodgers. Diamondbacks beat the Rangers 6-4. And the Rockies a 1-run winner in St. Louis, 6-5. Dodgers will get the Rockies for 4 next week. So here we go again. Ohtani and Trout, round 2. There's a pitch. And that is a little bit low. Started him with a sweeper. Remember the pitch sequencing against Trout the first time. Fastball, fastball, fastball. Got him to 2 strikes. He was looking fastball, gave him the hook. And he throws the sweeper again, and he misses, and it's 2-0 to Trout. Trout at .239 on the season. Pitch swung on, fouled back. Went to the fastball at 98. Well, you start thinking about the next World Baseball Classic. Who will be the star of that? Ohtani certainly was the star for Japan. He came in to close the game and win the gold medal. There's a strike called, and it's 2-2. Fastball at 99, outside corner. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Shohei to Mike Trout. Strike 3 called. Fastball at 101. right on the outside corner, knee high, and he strikes out Trout looking for the second time.
And Ohtani just reached back and got a little extra on that one. That is perfectly placed low and outside. It's in the strike zone, barely.
5 strikeouts for Ohtani. Taylor Ward got him for a home run to lead off the second. And this one snapped inside for ball 1.
And that last pitch was 100.
Ohtani had the high school record for the fastest pitch in Japan for a little while. As he delivers a strike here to Ward until Roki Sasaki broke that record. He threw 101. Roki pitching tomorrow in Oklahoma City. 1-1 pitch, ground ball to third. Freeland gobbles it up, sets his feet. Strong throw to first and plenty of time to get Ward 2 down.
Well, friends, always a good time to come to Dodger Stadium. How about Mookie Betts World Champion Ring Night? When? August 25th. The Reds are in at Dodger Stadium. First 40,000 fans in attendance will receive that special Mookie Betts Championship ring presented by Toyo Tires. Make plans. Come join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Yohan Moncada doubled and scored in the second. He's 1 for 1. Checks his swing on an outside splitter. Now Ohtani breaks out the splitter. He's had more sweepers and fastballs than anything else tonight. 1-1 is a fastball in on the hands, fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I say it all the time, but you just don't see players doing what Ohtani's doing, especially at the level he's doing it. 1-1 pitch. And that's outside. The expectation for Shohei is to go 5 innings tonight. And if the Dodgers can hold and keep the lead, he would actually qualify for a decision for the first time this season. 2-1 pitch. And check swing, foul, straight back. 2-2 now.
Well, it's at 56 pitches, and 35 of those have been strikes.
Two outs, bases empty. 2 ball, 2 strike throw. And that's inside, and it's 3-2. Ohtani looked like he gripped the baseball with a splitter grip. Doesn't mean that's the pitch he's going to throw. 3-2. He threw a slider, swing and a miss. It goes back to the backstop, and Moncada's going to reach. On a strikeout wild pitch, Ohtani will have his 6th strikeout.
Well, it was not received particularly well. It was a breaking ball. It hit the dirt, but the ball is directly in the middle of the plate. And for Will Smith, he tried to backhand stop instead of turning catcher's mitt over, palm up, and hood the body and block it.
Joe Adell 0 for 1. He stands in, takes a sweeper for a strike. Ohtani's going to throw some extra pitches here now. 0-1 to Joe Adell, right-handed hitting right fielder. We'll look at a ball down and away. Now, for a number of years, we kept hearing about Joe Adell. What a great athlete he was, what a great prospect he was. It just took him a lot longer to really adjust to the major league game. He did pretty well in the minor leagues. But this year, having a very good year. This one, another wild pitch, goes to the backstop and down to second goes Yohan Moncada. The second wild pitch of the inning, second of the game for Ohtani. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC.
Stretch by Ohtani. Here comes the 2-1 to Adell. Swings and hits a hard ground ball to short. Down to a knee. Betts. He grabs it, throws on to first. And that's the inning. Ohtani pointing at Betts, saying, hey, good play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. At the end of...
It's a great night for baseball.
This match.
David Vassay with us as well. Colin Yee, our technical director, back at our studios in Burbank. Glad you're along. Tuned into Dodger baseball tonight. Dodgers trying to get you a win. Andy Pages 0 for 2 tonight. Will face Ryan Zefferjohn. Right-handed hitting center fielder. 7-game hitting streak. And a pitch to him. And it's outside ball 1. And he draws the bat back and waits. Zefferjohn set just above the belt with his red leather glove. The pitch. And it's inside for a ball. 2-0. Tried a slider, just didn't go anywhere. Kind of spun up there like a cement mixer. Sometimes a slider will do that. You'll get the spin, but you don't always get the break. 2-0 is high. 3 balls, no strikes to Pages.
Occasionally a back up.
3-0 in the pitch. And Andy taking all the way, takes a strike. Interesting game in New York tonight over in Queens. The Mets went up 6-0. The Braves put up a 9 spot in one of the innings. Now lead at 9-6. Pitch fouled away. They're in the top of the 6th inning there. Cincinnati are winners. So keeping an eye on the Reds, who've been playing pretty good baseball. They beat the Phillies for the 2nd straight day. Actually shut them out in Cincinnati 8-0. Hunter Green getting the win. And now the Reds have crept to within a game and a half of the Mets currently for that last wild card spot. Pages fouls one away again. So we are in mid-August. We've got 6 weeks to go in the regular season, and now the wild card picture will be battled for night after night after night. 3-2. Swung on line down the third baseline, foul.
There's wild card and then there's wild team. That wild team, the Milwaukee Brewers. My goodness. They won again.
12 in a row. And they put 12 on the board. Swinging a broken bat looper on the infield. Moncada to his left. Reaches up and gloves it for the out. And Andy is 0 for 3. One away in the Dodger 5th.
Well, how about the American League West also? Is that the Mariners are making a run at the Astros. Because they started today tied. Because Seattle, coming into today, had won 9 of their last 10.
Yeah, Mariners have been playing some good baseball. Although a little short today. 4-3 Orioles. But, yeah, the American League West, at the top of the division anyway, is fun. Alex Call fouls it away to the right. I mean, the National League Central, going back to that for a moment, again, 12-5, the Brewers beat the Pirates again in Milwaukee. The Cubs can't catch a break. It was like they were standing still, and the Brewers ran right past him. There's a swing and a miss by Call for strike 2.
Yeah, it's like the tortoise and hare.
And that's what the Cubs winning today, 4-1. It's like, what do they have to do? They're looking at themselves in the mirror saying, what do we have to do? But the Brewers are absolutely on fire. Hottest team in the game right now. 0-2. Bounced at the plate. Now a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Alex Call, the Dodger left fielder.
I remember when the Brewers lost their manager. Craig Counsell, he went to the Cubs. Everybody said, oh my goodness, we're losing a manager, Well, Pat Murphy has stepped in and been a different story.
And the players love him. He was a player's manager. 1-2 inside, almost hit call. 2-2.
And Murph's one of those collegiate coaches. He was at Notre Dame, then went to Arizona State. Talked to him a lot when he was at ASU, and his philosophy is, he challenges his players, but he's also, they know that he has their backs.
2-2 to call. Swing and a grounder off the front of the third base dugout, foul.
He also said something very interesting in the one breakfast that we were having together. He said, you have to know your personnel in order to know how to manage them, because you can't manage every team that you have exactly the same way.
2-2. Paul swings, hits it up in the air down the right side. It is twisting toward the stands. It will just barely make it there. Bounces in and out of the first row for a foul ball. We've already been to Milwaukee. We saw how energized they were then. And we saw what the Brewers' pitching staff was like. Pretty impressive. But that town has been really, really energized around the Brewers. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Alex Call hanging in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Call out of Ball State. That was the only offer that he had in college, so he took it. And now he's here in the big leagues. Swings and hangs in there again. Another foul off to the right, up near the sweet level. Sometimes in the game you get some late bloomers. They look okay in high school. Might have a chance to play Division I. Somebody has an opening. They take a chance on you. Here's a pitch, and he reaches for one, pops it up, shallow left. Shortstop Neto calling for it as he drifts out of the outfield to make the catch. And there are 2 down.
Well, a lot of times those late bloomers, and there's going to be a pitching change, but the late bloomers, a lot of times it's because you've got late development, just physically.
Well, Zephyr John, the right-hander, coming out, and Montgomery's going to go to the lefty, Andrew Chafin, to face.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 19...
Heater products. Dodgers a 5-2 lead. Alex Freeland will come up, bat right-handed against the lefty Chafin, as Montgomery wanted to just turn Alex around, have him bat right-handed. Getting down to the bottom of the order for the Dodgers. Freeland, then Rojas, the 9-hitter. He's on deck. And should they somehow get on, Ohtani would come up. Chafin, third base side of the rubber, ball behind his back. The mustachioed southpaw kicks and fires a ball way upstairs and outside. One ball and no strikes. Freeland tonight struck out and walked. He's also scored a run. 1-0. And he'll look at a strike here, right down the middle, a sinker. One ball and one strike. Chafin was with the Nationals before coming here to Anaheim. This year, he'd been around. He was with Texas and Detroit last year. One of those veteran lefties that seems to, over the recent years, find himself traded at the deadline. 2-1 pitch. Freeland waves and misses. Took a good cut.
Chafin, I just wonder for right-handed batters if they're able to pick up the baseball right away from the release point. And the reason is he works off the third base side of the rubber. But his stride, if you're drawing a line, would probably be about 10 feet behind a left-handed batter. So he is really throwing around his body.
His 2-2 offer to Freeland is in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. Gets a new baseball, rubs it up. Three ball, 2-strike pitch. The payoff. It is called strike 3, and Freeland strikes out looking. Sinker on the inside corner. Dodgers gone in order in the top of the 5th.
Oh, the big hit.
And Hifo, switch hitting second baseman, takes a strike. 63 pitches for Ohtani, a new season high. They have been very careful and slow playing his stretch out procedure, I guess you'd call it. Just trying to get him deeper into ball games, and this is the first time that the plan has called for 5 innings. And Dave Roberts was asked, would you use him for 6? And he said, well, I guess it depends on the pitch count, but yeah, eventually. 0-2 pitch. That's up high, and it's 1-2. Ohtani standing square to the plate. Goes into the wind. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted foul out of plate on the third baseline. Still 1-2 on Rengifo, who's 0 for 1. Now in the fifth inning, he's only been to the plate once. I'm sorry, he's not 0 for 1. He does not have an at-bat. He has a plate appearance. He had a sacrifice fly. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a splitter. Seventh strikeout for Ohtani.
He's checked off just about all the boxes tonight on pitches that he throws.
One away. Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher, the number 8 hitter. 0 for 1, fly to right. He'll take a sweeper for a strike. Big curveball. That was a little different than the sweeper. A lot more depth to it. 0-1 pitch. And that one is low, a sinker outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ohtani can't throw the ball fast enough tonight. He's already into his wind again in the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That one a sweeper right down the middle. He gets ahead of O'Hoppe, a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a grounder off the front of the Angel dugout. And tomorrow an off day, Friday. You know who comes into Dodger Stadium. Padres will be there.
Yeah, those guys.
And a 1-2 delivery. Swung on hard ground ball, hit to the left side of Mookie Betts. And that is out of the outfield for a base hit.
Well, to say it's going to be an interesting series this weekend is an understatement, including what about Friday night when the lineup cards are being exchanged at home plate? Who will bring the lineup cards to home plate? Will it be both managers? Because the last time that they faced off at Dodger Stadium, both managers were ready to tear into one another.
A slight disagreement. Center fielder Teodosio swings and misses at the sweeper. He just cannot figure it out.
There are a few people that got hit by pitches, and then Ohtani got hit by a pitch, and Ohtani just told everybody, hey, cool it.
0-1 to Teodosio in the dirt. Backhanded by Smith. Dodgers have left-handed action in the bullpen now. Anthony Banda beginning to throw. The end of the night is near for Ohtani. So he's at 74 pitches. O'Hoppe leads at first. 1 out. 1-1 pitch. That's outside to Teodosio. Here's a 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Went after the fastball. 97 outer half. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch by Ohtani. Kicks, fires. This ball hit in the air to shallow right. Long run in for Teoscar. He's going to let it bounce in front of him. He just couldn't get to the baseball, and it turns out to be an opposite field dunker for Teodosio. And with 1 out, the Angels have 2 men on.
Yeah, not a great swing, but hit just hard enough to avoid the infield and hit softly enough where it avoids the outfield.
Order turns back over to the top, and shortstop Zach Neto comes up. He is 0 for 2. He's 0 for his last 6 in this series. Pitch to Neto. Outside, ball 1. Neto's average .268. Hit 2 home runs in the series opener. Waits from the right side. Ohtani checks the runner at second. Kicks, comes to the plate, and the 1-0's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
They're missing now a lot away and down.
Dodgers lead 5-2, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. 2 on, tying run at the plate. (2-0) from Ohtani to Neto. He swings and belts it down the left field line. That's a hit going to the corner. Coming around third is O'Hoppe. He will score. The ball bounces off the wall. Call has to play it on a carom, and in to score is Teodosio. It's now a 1-run ball game again. A 2-run double for Zach Neto, and it's 5-4.
Yeah, I imagine that's the last batter that Ohtani will face. You get behind in the count, and you throw a breaking ball, and it's a hanger out of the plate. Here comes Roberts.
So the night will be complete. 80 pitches for Ohtani, who will leave this ball game with a lead, but the tying run is at second base and 1 out, and left-hander Anthony Banda will take over. Standing ovation for Ohtani. Pitching his first game in this park since August 23rd of 2020.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best.
And deals outside for a ball, 1-1. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. 1-1 to Shonowell. Pitch on the way. Well, that one missed just outside off the plate, a sinker, 2-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Mike Trout is on deck. And here is Banda's 2-1 offer. After a long pause, now he kicks and deals and gets a strike over the plate with a sinker. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Shonowell, who was 0 for 2 in the game, grounded to second in the first inning, struck out on an Ohtani sweeper in the third. Banda towing the rubber on the first base side, leaning in, listening for a sign. Stretch and the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, 3-2. Well, the Angel dugout, there might be a little sigh of relief now that Ohtani's out, but you could tell he was tiring in the fifth. Through 80 pitches in the game, 50 of them for strikes. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and Banda comes in out of the bullpen and walks the first man he sees. Puts the go-ahead run on base, and Mike Trout, who is 0 for 2, struck out looking twice. Once on a sweeper, once on a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. Trout with 398 career home runs. He's got 200 of them here at Angel Stadium. Standing tall from the right side, facing Banda. 1 out, 2 on. Pitch. Breaking ball, called strike. Slider on the outside corner. Oh, 0-1 to Trout. He looks back at second base. Zach Neto getting a lead. The pitch. Swung out and fouled off to the right and up into the sweet level. Banda gets ahead, 0-2. Left side of the infield playing him to pull. Rojas close to the bag at second. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Struck him out with a fastball at 96. And Trout has struck out for the 3rd time in the game.
With that fastball up and away. That ball that's elevated has become somewhat problematic for Trout. But if you don't get right at the top of the strike zone, if you make a mistake and leave it over the plate, he can leave it out over the fence.
Well, he's past Trout, but he's not out of the woods. Taylor Ward, 1 for 2 with a homer tonight. He takes high for a ball. Ward with new single-season career highs in homers with 29 and RBIs with 90. Takes inside, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Dodgers protecting a 1-run lead, and Ward takes down and in, and Banda falls way behind 3-0. Christian Moore has come off the Angel bench. He's in the on-deck circle. And he would pinch hit for Moncada. Ward draws the bat back and waits. Banda doesn't want to load the bases, but he's close to doing it. And he does it. A 4-pitch walk to Ward. That pitch came inside, a slider. And now Banda to face Moore, who came off the bench to pinch hit last night and clubbed a double into the right center field gap. The 2 walks for Banda and a strikeout since entering the ballgame. Neto is at third, Shonowell at second. And here comes Christian Moore, and out to talk about it is the Dodger pitching coach, Mark Pryor. Well, Banda in a bit of a jam, trying to get himself out of it. Ohtani's given up 3 hits this inning. The double by Neto chased him after 1-out singles by Ohapi and Teodosio. They both have scored on that double. And 2 free passes for Banda.
And saw Moore come on as a pinch hitter last night in the 6th inning, leading that inning off and doubled to right field. Stayed in the game, also had a single, wound up 2 for 3 in the ballgame.
Christian Moore, born in Brooklyn. He's out of the University of Tennessee. Facing Banda. Right-handed batter swings and cues one foul out of play to the right. Finally gets ahead of him, 0-1. So the Dodgers, Rojas, Ohtani, and Betts, 9-1-2, due up in the 6th. Honda stretching, checking the runners at second and first. Now the pitch home. It's inside for a ball. Went with a fastball at 96. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Angels. Here's a 1-1. Swung on, hit in the air to right center, but playable. Getting underneath it, Teoscar Hernandez. He'll make the catch. And Bonda wriggles off the hook. Leaves him loaded. But the Angels pick.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup.
In front. Andrew Chafin, the lefty, stays on to pitch. He sends one home. Low ball 1. Rojas dropped his hands down to the bat, almost showing bunt. Luis Rengifo is moved from second to third, and Christian Moore stays in the game at second. 1-0 pitch, and that is outside. Now, Christian Moore didn't get much of a chance to talk about him, but he started the year in AAA Salt Lake City and just continued to hit his way out of the Pacific Coast League. He made it a difficult decision for the Angels. They basically had to bring him up. And good infielder, good hitter, and he's going to have plenty of at-bats and plenty of innings in the field in the future. But they're getting big league time here this year. And Rojas way ahead of Chafin, 3-0. Pitch, and it's way high, ball 4. Leadoff walk. Dodgers looking for some insurance. Ohtani at the plate. His final numbers pitching: 4 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Will not factor into the decision. So he takes a ball high. He just didn't go the requisite 5, but Dodgers got 80 pitches out of him. He pitched into the 5th.
Infield to pull. And he filled the third baseman now and is really playing at what is normally the shortstop position. That's how much around the pull he's positioned himself.
Ohtani with a leadoff triple in the game, 1 for 2 with a walk. He swings and bounces one foul past first.
Angels, one of the few teams also, Tim, just looking at the outfield. So the infield extreme pull, but the outfield playing like he's a right-handed hitter. Well off the line. And right is Adele.
1-1 pitch to Ohtani. He swings and fouls it behind him. Yeah, if Ohtani hits another ball down in the right field corner, he could run for 3 again. As far as Adele is playing off the line. Shohei asks for and is granted timeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rojas leads at first. Neto playing up the middle. Pitch from Chafin, and it is low and away. Tried the slider and missed. Now Chafin gets the ball, rubs it up, standing on the back slope of the mound. He's kind of got that Al Rabowski mustache going. Long hair touching his shoulders. 2-2 to Ohtani. And he reaches for one and stays alive, fouling it behind him.
Yeah, he's showing a little bit of the Al Rabowski, but he's not showing me the mad Hungarian.
Oh. We see Al every time we go to St. Louis.
With Al, you got 2 different personalities wrapped up into one.
Oh, he's Jekyll and Hyde. He's like the nicest guy, except when he was on the mound. And Ohtani swings, hits it a long way down the left field side, now to play.
Hey, friends, very quickly, you can play at Dodger Stadium. That's right. The 2025 Adult Camp takes place September 10th through the 13th, so you can play games, get coached by Dodger legends, and get a ticket to Shohei Ohtani Bobblehead Night. So feel like a pro. Reserve your spot. Dodgers.com/adult camp.
1 on, nobody out. Lefty Chafin stretch, throws to first base, and back is Rojas. Chafin with his high red socks, pants just tucked under his knees. 2-2 delivery. And Ohtani waves and misses at a slow slider. 81. Ohtani strikes out for the second time tonight. 1 gone for Mookie Betts. Now Betts is 2 for 3. He's hit an 8 straight. Has 2 runs batted in tonight. One thing about Chafin, he's not going to dazzle you with velocity. Fastball's around 88. And Mookie gets the fastball, rips it into left. Charging in is Ward, and he'll make a chest-high catch on a dead run toward the infield. Good contact, but results in an out, and there are 2 away.
The bad news is that's an out. The good news is that's another good swing by Mookie Betts and made good contact. In fact, the Mookie Betts is looking at his 4 bats. He's hit the ball hard all 4 times tonight.
Freddie Freeman with 2 down and a man aboard. Freddie looks at a breaking ball in the dirt. Freeman tonight 0 for 3. First inning, fly to center, line to center in the second. And then struck out chasing a pitch outside the zone in the 4th inning.
Almost an identical defense with Freeman as with Ohtani.
1-0 pitch. Freeman hits a ground ball towards short. Right there's the third baseman, Rengifo, tosses it to Neto, covering at second. That's the force out that retires the side. Through 5.5 innings, it's the Dodgers.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
face the right-handed hitting Joe Adele. So Robleski takes over for Banda. Banda went 2/3 of an inning, walked 2, struck out 1. 13th appearance for Robleski's, 4-3. The 3.88 ERA. First pitch to Adele is inside for a ball. Robleski, the plan here would probably be for multiple innings. He delivers a strike to Adele, 1 ball, 1 strike. Robleski originally drafted by the Mariners out of high school. The pitch fouled back, and it's 1-2. Sequoia High School in Hickory Flat, Georgia. The 36th rounder, but he had a scholarship offer to Clemson in his back pocket, so he took that. Did not sign with the Mariners, went to Clemson, and things didn't turn out how he wanted there, so he went to junior college right after that in Bradenton, Florida. This ground ball to short by Adele. Leaping throw by Mookie in time to get him. 1 away. 1 down. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Rengifo batting right-handed against the lefty Robleski. 1 down, nobody on. Boy, so important to get that first hitter coming out of the pen. Strike call to Rengifo. But after his stint in junior college in Florida, he ended up transferring to Oklahoma State, Stillwater, where he finished up his college days. Rengifo fouls it off, and it's 0-2. And then the Dodgers drafted him in the 11th round in 2021. And made a pretty quick climb through the Dodger minor league system. Rengifo swings and strikes out. Justin gets him on 3 pitches, strikes him out with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Robleski has so many different dimensions to him. The velocity, we just saw a taste of that at 99, the breaking ball. And at times, hitters have looked like they're surprised. The fastball, well, it does have good giddy-up at 99. It just sometimes appears to get on him much quicker than they're anticipating.
Here's O'Hoppe. He will look at a strike. Robleski trying to make quick work of the Angels here in the 6th. 0-1 pitch. And he drills in another strike, and it's 0-2. 98 on the fastball down the middle. Working out of the stretch, the kick and the delivery short on the slider. He bounced it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, the one thing about when Robleski was drafted, he had Tommy John surgery 2 months before. So considering that and considering the rehab time it took to get him back on the field and on the mound, he didn't pitch a ton in the minor leagues, relatively speaking. Pitch foul down to the right side. But he was impressive and climbed the ladder, and he's been a big part of what the Dodgers are doing this year, sometimes starting, sometimes piggybacking. Got a long man out of the bullpen. And the pitch fouled away to the right again by O'Hoppe. He also gets to learn from one of the great lefties of all time. And Robleski certainly is not lost in the fact that he gets to hang around Clayton Kershaw all the time. 1-2. O'Hoppe checked his swing. They want an appeal down to first base umpire Adam Beck, but he confirms the check. Two ball, 2 strike count to Logan O'Hoppe. Pitch on the way, swung on it, fly in the air to shallow right center, long run for Andy Paez, and on the dead run he makes the catch. He had a good jump on it. And Robleski retires the side in order in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th in Anaheim.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or man.
innings pitched. Far more strikeouts than innings pitched. And the opposition hitting .255 against Detmers. He will face Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Andy Pages. Detmers pitched an inning last night, gave up a hit, struck out 2, didn't give up a run. Second appearance in as many ball games. And Will Smith looking out at Detmers, and the lefty stretches out his arms, now kicks and fires home. Fastball inside, ball 1. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. 1-0 pitch. And Will takes low, 2-0. Smith is 1 for 2 in the game. Hit a 2-run home run in the first inning off of Kyle Hendricks. Fly to left very deep in the third, and then walked in a run with the bases loaded in the fourth. And he'll take ball 3 inside, 3-0.
We saw Detmers in the 8th inning last night, gave up a leadoff single to Pages, then back-to-back strikeouts. Faced 4 batters to get the 3 outs, no runs.
He turns, delivers, and Smith takes a strike, 3-1. He had a stretch of 22 straight games from May 2nd to July 7th where he didn't allow an earned run. Pitch to Smith is high. Well, CB.
Did we not?
Yeah,
they can't count on the field.
They can't. I thought it was ball 4. Now they're sending him down.
Yeah.
Like, what happened there?
And Detmers looked like he was surprised. No,
Yeah.
it goes 1, 2, 3, and then the next one makes 4.
4. You get
and
to
Will
take
Smith
4.
didn't move.
No, he thought it was.
It took him by surprise.
Ball 3. So the leadoff man is aboard, whether he likes it or not. And Will lead off of first, and Teoscar waits, and he'll take a strike. Well, you never know what you'll see at the old ball yard. Oh, 1 from Detmers out of the stretch. And Teoscar takes low.
Well, for a hitter to not know the count is 3-1, and you've got another pitch, okay. Evidently, he was not looking for a good apple. 3-1.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back. If you're not sure, you can always ask. Hey, what's the count?
Well, C.B. Buckner just stood there, too. He's the umpire.
Yeah, he froze. He just stood there. And finally, I think he looked at his indicator. He's got the ball strikes in his left hand. I think he looked at it and he said, hey, you got to go down to first now. 1-2, that's correct. Foul down the third base side.
It's in the rule book.
Can't turn it down.
It's not optional.
The leadoff man is aboard, nobody out. That's the main thing. And Teoscar behind in the count, 1-2. Detmers, the lefty, looks at first, now comes home. Breaking ball hit hard, but foul past the third base coach, Dino Ebel. Hernandez with a single in the first inning. Since then, he has struck out swinging twice. Smith a short lead at first, held on by Shawnuel. 1-2. A slider is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Dodgers a 1-run lead. 3 in the first, 2 in the fourth. Angels with 2 in the second, 2 in the fifth. Detmers 2-2 offer to Teoscar Hernandez. Time is called as Detmers was in the delivery. He didn't release the ball, though.
Yeah, Teoscar had actually called it before, but it was late being given. And the other part, too, is you can't back out just because you call time. You have to get time. And for a hitter to take his right hand off the bat to call time, that's a sticky wicket.
And a fastball down the middle. He strikes out looking. Well, not the at-bat that Teoscar Hernandez had hoped for there.
Hey, friends, you can join the Dodgers anytime. How about Salvadoran Heritage Night? August 26th, Reds are into town. So vibrant pregame performances, and you can claim an exclusive Salvadoran Night jersey with a special ticket package. Check it out. Dodgers.com/promotions.
One out, one on for Andy Pages. He'll take strike one. Detmers came back with a fastball. He's got good velocity. 97, 98. And really run it up there. There's an 0-1 to Pages. And he looks that one inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And if you look at the sequence of pitchers tonight, the starter, Hendricks, not a hard thrower. Then you go to Zephyr. He brings it up there in a hurry, the upper 90s. Then Chafin, off speed. And now Detmers, he can run it up there high velocity too.
1-1 pitch, and Andy hits a high fly ball, deep right center field. Teodosio back to the wall. He leaps, and he makes the catch. He took it back. It was over the home run line. Andy Pages robbed of a home run by Bryce Teodosio.
And Adele was the one that was standing there and going to jump at the last second. It was Teodosio who made the leap, and boy, he just skied up above the fence.
And that is the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Go blue, cut green, get a rebate for removing grass. Visit bewaterwise.com. Now, highway robbery on the part of Bryce Teodosio, taking a home run away from Andy Pages. 2 men are out. 1 man's on. Alex Call, the batter. And Call couldn't hold up his swing. That's a strike. Curveball from Detmers.
Well, we said he can run. He could run over quickly enough to time it perfectly to get some vertical leap.
0-1 to Call. Almost hit him inside. Oh, yeah, we know he can jump now, too.
Well, most guys that can run fast also have pretty good vertical clearance.
Still a 1-run game, 5-4 in favor of the Dodgers. Call looks at a hanging curveball up high. 2 balls and a strike. Detmers wanted to get a strike call on the top of the zone, but C.B. Bucknor didn't give it to him. Next offer is a fastball, trying to zip it inside. He falls behind 3-1.
And Call has an open stance. His feet they're parallel with the third base line.
Three ball, 1 strike pitch to Alex Call. He swings, fouls it back. Now it's 3-2.
He does close the stance as he strides forward, but that stance is not really, the step is not really towards the pitcher. It's more towards the shortstop area.
Smith will take off with the pitch here. Detmers set to go. Looks at first. Kicks and deals the payoff, and Call bounces one high towards short. Neto fields with a backhand, throws on the run, gets it there in time to get called. Dodgers robbed of adding to the lead as Teodosio robs Pages of what would have been a 2-run homer. Nothing across for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th. Stretch time in Anaheim, middle of the 7th inning.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 19...
On with the seventh inning, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball right along the line. That's off the glove of Freeland and out into left field. Rounding first, heading for second without a throw is Teodosio. Well, Betts picked up the ball near the third baseline, and he probably never imagined that Teodosio was going to take second. But we've been telling you this guy can really fly, and he'll get credited with a double, and now the tying run is in scoring position.
Freeland tried to back in the ball. The ball went off the inside of the webbing to the thumb side of the glove. Tell you what, you're a young player looking out. Teodosio left the batter's box thinking extra bases.
Pitch outside to Zach Neto. The Dodgers haven't seen a lot of Teodosio, but they have a book on him now. Robleski stretches, looks back at second, pitch to Neto, down and in, a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. The lead being threatened here, nobody out. Runner at second. And time is called. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world.
Robleski stretching, and the 1-1 to Neto. Swung on and missed. Good slider.
One thing we notice about Robleski, he does not get stage fright. I mean, sellout crowd again tonight, over 44,000. You mentioned earlier he's from Hickory Flat, Georgia. Population of 725.
Throw to second base with nobody covering the base. Rojas behind the bag.
By the way, that's not 725,000. That's 725. Actually, 724 because Robleski's here in Anaheim.
Yeah, so -1. Kicking the 1-2. Teodosio going for third, swinging a foul back.
Yep, you've got it. You cannot do the same cadence and the same look. In other words, come set, look back, then throw home. Come set, look back, throw home. And Teodosio is going to pick his pocket right there because he got caught. You've got to change the cadence, change the look.
The combination here with a left-handed pitcher up, his back's facing you as the runner, and you got a right-handed batter up, makes it a tougher throw for the catcher. He leads at second, staying there for now. Now the 1-2. That's swung on, hit in the air to slight right center field, shallow. Going to be called by Pages, not deep enough for Teodosio to move up. Neto flies out, and there's one gone. Only one other game going on currently in the major leagues. Everything else final. It's in West Sacramento, where the Rays lead the Athletics 6-2. Nationals beat the Royals 8-7. Tigers blanked the White Sox 1-0. Brewers over the Pirates 12-5. Brewers 12 straight wins. And here is the left-handed hitting first baseman Nolan Shonowell. He fists one foul back to the screen. Rockies have back-to-back wins. They beat the Cardinals 6-5. Ferguson over Romero. Vodnik is saving that one for Colorado. Diamondbacks over the Rangers 6-4. 0-1 pitch now to Shonowell. Runner breaks for third. Pitch is in there. Throw down. Tag. He's out.
He was safe to begin with and came off the bag. And Freeland stayed with the tag.
The Angels are looking at it to see if they want to challenge, and they do. So they want to challenge this. Throw was high. Freeland put the glove down. Well, he's out. They just looked at it. Freeland kept the glove on him as he lost contact with the bag, I think.
Yeah, he was safe to begin with, but his right hand was on the bag to begin with. He slid past the bag. The right hand came off. He was tagged before the left hand got the bag. Well, they're showing a replay, but it's from an angle that the fans cannot see the fact that the right hand came off the bag. There's a camera high third that captures all of it.
You see, the left hand came down on Freeland's arm.
Yeah, well, the right hand was on the bag to begin with, but he slid past the bag. Right hand came off, and before the left hand got the bag, he was tagged out. That's why you have different camera angles. From one camera angle, he looked like he was safe.
To review, the runner came off the base and was tagged. The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Los Angeles Angels lose their challenge.
That's the voice of Dan Iasonia, the crew chief.
It was the correct call, and it was substantiated by replay committee in New York.
That's the 21st runner that Will Smith has thrown out. He's tied for third in Major League Baseball in caught stealing.
I'll tell you what, that was not an easy call either for Scott Barry, the third base umpire. He got one look at it. We had to look at replays a few different times.
1-1 pitch to Shonowell is low and away. So that takes the tying run off base.
It's a huge caught stealing.
You know, you're one of the fastest guys in the ballpark. You're already in scoring position. 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to the shortstop side. Freeland there. Third baseman throws to first. And that's the inning. So Justin Wroblewski gets a little defensive help from Will Smith and Alex Freeland. There was a double. That was it.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1920.
ERA 2.88, and he delivers high and away ball 1. Well, an interesting bottom of the 7th.
Well, I would imagine that the young man is going to be having a conversation with his manager.
1-0, and that's down low.
About the fact that you have lightning speed. It's a one-run game. And we've got the Angels were going to have the middle of the lineup up there. And you run into an out already in scoring position.
2-0, changeup knee high for a strike. And it wasn't the greatest throw by Will Smith.
No.
It was high. But Freeland went up to get it, got the glove down there, and he kept it on the base runner, which is key. Swings and misses here, and it's 2-2.
You know, we talked about it so many times with the replay and where you can challenge a call. It behooves you all the time on a tag play. Stay with the tag. That runner might come off the bag.
2-2 to Freeland. Freeland is 0 for 2. He's bookended strikeouts tonight, mixed in with a walk. 2-2 outside, 3-2.
So Teodosio dazzles everybody with a catch and then mystifies everybody with trying to steal already in scoring position.
3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him with a change. Then there's one gone for the Dodgers in the 8th. Top of the 8th brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. Miguel Rojas at the plate, 1 for 2 with a walk. Ohtani out on deck. And Rojas swings at a changeup and misses. Brock Burke standing tall on the hill. Ball behind his back, now puts it in his glove and sets. Here's the 0-1. And that's a fastball low and away. 1-1 to Rojas. Stretched by Burke. His 1-1 pitch is low now. 2-1 to Rojas. Burke pitched an inning last night, gave up 2 hits. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out. There's a hard hit ground ball to the left of Neto. He snares it, spins, throws, and gets it to first in plenty of time to retire Rojas. That's a heck of a play by the shortstop for the Angels, Zach Neto.
Neto's had quite a series. Both sides of the baseball, offensively and defensively.
One thing he's demonstrated, and he has demonstrated the last couple of years anyway, is the fact that he has tremendous range, especially when he goes to his glove side. He's got pretty good range to his arm side, but excellent range to the glove side. Now 2 outs and Ohtani up. And Ohtani takes ball 1, 1-0. Shohei has homered in 4 straight. A couple of weeks ago, he homered in 5 straight. He has tripled tonight to extend his hitting streak to 12 straight. And he swings and misses here at a sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohtani has struck out twice, walked once. And oh, by the way, pitched 4 1/3 innings, striking out 7. 1-1 to Ohtani. That's low. 2-1. Ohtani awaits the next offer from Burke. Left on left. He swings and bangs it foul behind him over near where Mookie Betts is on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Trout will lead off for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-4 Dodgers lead. And a 2-2. Ohtani is called out on strikes. And he is reacting, and you don't normally see him react that way.
Very late call.
Yep, a late strike 3 call, and he said something to C.B. Buckner, turned around, and he's heading back to the first base dugout. So the Dodgers done in order in the 8th. Go to the home half of the inning when we return to Angels Stadium. Dodgers 5, Angels 4.
When you want.
Swinging. And Robleski kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Justin Robleski entering his third inning of work out of the bullpen. Sends another pitch home high to Trout. 3-1.
If you get some outs, this is the final time you get the big part of the Angel lineup. 3, 4, and 5 due up here.
3-1 pitch. And he missed inside, and he's put the leadoff man aboard. Trout on base, representing the game's tying run. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Taylor Ward, 1 for 2 with a walk tonight. He hit a home run in the second inning.
Yeah, obviously, that's not the way to start off an inning. Yes, Mike Trout's Mike Trout, but he struck out 3 times tonight. 1-run game, leadoff walk.
And the pitch low to Ward. Starts him off with the ball. Dodgers now getting Edgardo Henriquez loose in the bullpen. Flame-throwing right-hander. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And that misses high. So Justin Robleski just can't buy a strike right now. Will Smith will go out and talk to him. Trying to slow things down a little bit.
And from a hitter standpoint, you start to look at it, okay, now what's the mindset? Well, you know he doesn't want to throw ball 3. So if you're trying to lay one down the middle, you can get burned.
Freeman holding Trout at first. Rojas playing up the middle. Just to the right of the second base bag. 2-0 pitch. That's low and in ball 3, and Robleski pitching himself into a jam here in the 8th.
And these pitches in this at-bat haven't been close.
Ward asks for and receives time. Robleski didn't even see it. He had lots of time to see it, but he started to throw the ball anyway.
Well, normally home plate umpire is going to vocally call time so everybody knows it. Didn't happen.
3-1 to Ward. And that's a strike delivered with a sinker on the outer half. Robleski gets back in the count. Stretched by the lefty in the 3-1 pitch. Strike two. Fastball down the middle, taken by Ward. On a 3-1 pitch, that's a tough pitch to take. Middle fastball. Now full count pitch on the way. And that misses inside, and Robleski has walked the first two men. He's put the tying run on base, and now the go-ahead run in the bottom of the eighth. Christian Moore, the batter. And here comes Dave Roberts. He's getting Robleski. Justin just lost it here in the eighth inning. So Edgardo Henriquez is going to come in. And Christian Moore is going to gear up for some heat from Henriquez. So Robleski leaves the ball game. Nobody out. And the Angels with runners at first and second. Pitching change here in Anaheim. The score, Dodgers 5.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
The game right away.
Dodgers looking for the bunt. Freeman in tightly at first base. Freeland just about a stride in front of the third base bag over at third.
Dodgers protecting a 5-4 lead. And Moore shows bunt. And the pitch is bunted fair. Throw to third. Got him at third on a force out. Betts was there. He stretched. And Scott Bear, the umpire, called him out. And the Angels deciding whether they want to challenge or not, but well, they don't have a challenge.
Yeah, and Barry's looking into the home plate area. One of the coaches said, "Oh, we're going to challenge." No, you're out of challenges. And the Dodgers that time had the wheel play on because Freeland was coming in from third. Betts was covering to third base. And with Freeman crashing in at first, they picked the ball up and rifled it over to third base. So they were charging on both sides, first and third, with Betts covering the third base bag. And Mookie had to go into foul territory to catch the throw. Big play.
Still first and second now, one out. And the batter is Joe Adell, 0 for 3 tonight. Henriquez stretching. The big right-hander fires, and it's low ball one. It was a strange bunt because Moore had spun around and the ball was put in play. And Freeman alertly jumped on it and got the ball to Mookie just in time at third. 1-0 pitch to Adell. He swings, hits a ground ball off the glove of Henriquez and out into short right field. The bases are going to be loaded. It hit the glove hand of Henriquez and knocked the glove to the ground. Well, that ball was headed up the middle, might have been caught and played for two, but it turns into a base hit, and now the Angels have loaded the bases.
Yeah, that ball would have gone right to Rojas, who was not playing that far off the bag. So instead of a double play, you've got bases loaded.
Tying runs at third, go-ahead runs at second. And Rengifo up with one man out. He struck out twice and driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. Enriquez stretching. He fires. Swing and a miss. Strike one to Rengifo. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander. Even with the bag off the line at third is Freeland. Toward the middle, Betts. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, chop foul back to the screen for strike two.
There's a guy that has really struggled in his career, bases loaded. Hitting $1.96. That comes in 46 at-bats as well.
Second time in the ball game, the Angels have loaded the bases. And an 0-2 pitch coming to Luis Rengifo. Here it is. Almost hit him. Way inside, and he just barely got out of the way somehow. One ball and two strikes. 1-2 to Rengifo. Enriquez set, glove against his chest. Shrugs his shoulders, now fires, swing and a miss, strike three. A cutter down and in. That's out number two. One more to get. Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher, coming up.
I saw Enriquez last night. He registered as high as 102 miles an hour on a fastball.
O'Hoppe's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Right-handed hitting catcher. He takes a pitch low. Will Smith, good backhand stab there on a ball that was down. That was a 103 mile an hour sinker, by the way. 102.8. That's just crazy fast. Now a 1-0 pitch to O'Hoppe. He swings, fouls it back for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Elevated 100 miles an hour. And O'Hoppe's hit $160 in his career. Bases loaded.
Here comes the 1-1. Here it is, and it's up high at 103.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. You do not want to go 3-1.
He needs a strike. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch on the way. Bases loaded. 1-run lead for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. He got a strike. And now it's 2-2.
Well, right now, you'd like to have the strikeout. You need an out, but you need to make sure the pitch does not go into the dirt. No wild pitches here.
That ball was fouled off the left knee of Will Smith. He's back crouching behind the plate. Runners lead first, second, and third. 2 ball, 2 strike offer. Swung on, base hit to center field. The game will be tied, and the Angels are going to take the lead. Moore comes in ahead of the throw. A 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run single for Logan O'Hoppe, and the Angels lead it 6-5.
Well, you can throw hard, but if you throw it down the middle, it's a different ball game at the big league level. And this ball was 103 miles an hour, but right down the middle.
And the Dodgers, who have led throughout, now trail for the first time in the game as Teodosio swings and misses.
Well, you're not only asking for trouble, you found trouble. You have back-to-back walks to start off the inning in a one-run game in the 8th.
And the pitch swung on and missed. The way it is right now, though, because Trout was forced out. Oh, no, I think Wroblewski actually is on the hook still. That's a scoring rule with a force out. So he's still on the hook. 0-2 pitch coming to Teodosio. He swings and fouls it away to the right. No balls and 2 strikes to Bryce Teodosio. Dodgers find themselves trailing. And the pitch. And that's up high. And the interesting thing from the Angels' standpoint is they have now scored 6 or more runs in every game against the Dodgers this year. They have hit the ball against the boys in blue. Enriquez looks back at second, pitch home. Swinging a ground ball to third. Freeland's got it, takes his time, throws to first.
Why didn't he go to third base back?
He could have. He could have just walked over there and got the force out. And he decided to throw on to first. Kenley Jansen will come out to try to close.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
The Will Smith home run back in the first inning, the best drive of the game. Mookie Betts 2 for 4 tonight, 2 runs batted in. Dodgers desperately need a run here. They tried to do it against Kenley Jansen. Jansen blew a save last night when Ohtani actually came into a tie game and gave up a go-ahead home run to Ohtani. He's got 22 saves on the year. Swing and a miss at a cutter. Expect a bunch of cutters. Mookie's average up to 245 right now. The Dodgers need a base runner. 0-1 pitch from Jansen. And Mookie looks at it low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, how this game just turned on its ear in the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers had 2 different 3-run leads in this game. And now trail by a run. Mookie swings, hits a drive to left center field. Back deep toward the warning track. Reaching up in front of the track is Taylor Ward. He makes the catch for the first out of the 9th. Top of the ninth, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Freddie Freeman, the batter. Freddie's 0 for 4. Mookie just missed that ball. Now Kenley's pitch to Freeman. That swung on, hit hard on the ground, right along the line. Shonowell grabs it, steps on the first for out number 2. Dodgers down to their last out. Will Smith, the last hope for the Dodgers tonight. The Dodgers 1 out away from being swept for the season. And the Angels 1 out away from winning 7 in a row against the Dodgers for the first time ever. And Will takes up high for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Will Smith. Jansen shimmies into position. Now he delivers the 1-0. And Will pops it up. Foul, first base side. Might be playable. Shonowell reaching into the Dodgers dugout, almost diving in there, and it's just out of his reach. He wanted this one. He was willing to do what it took to catch that ball and end the ball game. And the Angels play the Dodgers better than anybody. And they've done it again here tonight. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Will Smith. And it's up high for a ball, 2-1. Dodgers had a stretch of 11 in a row against the Angels recently, but the Angels have figured a way. And a 2-1 delivery. Smith checks his swing and a ball down low. It goes to 3-1. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. Three ball, 1 strike pitch to Will. He swings, pops it back foul, and that'll go up into the seats. So Will Smith still alive. The pulse is still there, but not very strong. One mighty swing could change that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sellout crowd on their feet at Angel Stadium. Kenley Jansen delivering the payoff. And Smith swings and he hits the ball in the air to center field. Teodosio makes the catch. And the Angels sweep the Dodgers for the second time this year. The Dodgers now fall a full game out of first place behind the Padres. A come from behind 6-5 win for the Angels. The Dodgers saw the Angels come from behind for the 33rd time this year. And the Dodgers dropped to 68-53. The Angels win their 59th game, 59-62. And a come from behind win. 2 walks in the bottom of the 8th inning to lead things off. And that put the Dodgers in all kinds of trouble. And Logan O'Hoppe on a 2-strike pitch with 2 outs hits a single that drives in the tying and winning runs. So for the Dodgers, difficult one here tonight. Tough one to take, a tough series to take here. They have now lost 4 games in a row after losing the last one against Toronto.